Good day everyone and welcome back to today's podcast. My name is Bosco and I'll be a moderator for today's discussions. Sports was always been a source of entertainment, patience and unity. Events such as the FIFA World Cup bring together millions of people from different countries and cultures. However, behind the excitement and the celebrations, there are also growing issues that are affecting athletes and also sporting community. Today, we will be discussing two important issues in modern sport, which is sport gambling and also cyberbullying against athletes. With the FIFA World Cup 2026 approaching, sport betting activity are expected to increase significantly, making this topic even more relevant. To help us to explore this issue, I'm joined by two panelists. First, we have Heng Yi.
Hi everyone, I'm Heng Yi. I'm excited to be part of this podcast.
And we also have Lim today.
Hello Bosco, thank you for inviting me. I'm looking forward to sharing my opinion on the important topic.
Sure, thank you for joining me today. Let's straight to the point. Heng Yi, I'd like to start with you first. Sport gambling is not a new activity, but it seems much more popular compared to 10 or 20 years ago. Why do you think sport gambling has become so widespread nowadays?
In my opinion, one of the biggest reasons is technology. Years ago, people who wanted to place bets usually had to go to betting outlets physically. Nowadays, they can betting online through websites, place a bet within seconds. Furthermore, mobile applications have made online betting more convenient. Therefore, more people can participate in gambling anytime and anywhere using their smartphones.
I agree that technology has been a major role. Lim, do you think technology is the only one of the reasons?
Yes, I think social media and marketing also contribute significantly. Some famous sport personalities and influencers even collaborate with betting brands. It is because the influencers want to promote and earn some money. Influencers can also using their popularity to promote their betting brands. As a result, gambling becomes normalized to be part of the sport experience.
That's a good point. Do you think young people are more especially exposed to this type of advertising in social media?
Yes, definitely. Young people spend a lot of time online, so they're exposed to gambling related content. When young people start to search the gambling content, they start interesting and feel fun to bet without fully understanding involved. It will make them losing money and making wrong decisions. Unfortunately, it will affect their emotional, become unhealthy. At the same time, they will also invite their friend to betting together.
That's true. Many advertising now focus on the excitement of winning money rather than the possibility of losing it and affect young people nowadays. Besides financial gain, but why still so many people gamble on sports?
In my opinion, I think many people gamble because it increases excitement. For example, someone who places a bet on a football match will become more emotionally invested in the outcome. Every goal, every penalty, and every decision become more intense to them. If the team they bet on wins the game, they will be very excited. Conversely, if their team loses, they may feel disappointed.
That's a very interesting point. Now let's look forward to the negative effects of sport gambling. Heng Yi, what do you think is the biggest danger when people involve themselves in sport gambling?
I think the biggest danger is addiction. Many people start with small bets. They may only spend a few ringgit at first. However, after winning once or twice, they will become more confident and start betting larger amounts.
That's a very good point. But why is gambling addiction is so difficult to control and how to solve this problem?
In my opinion, I think it's because people often believe they can recover their losses. If they lose money today, they think they can win it back tomorrow. This mindset causes them to continue gambling even when they are losing money.
That's a cycle that's difficult to break. Lim, what are your ideas in relationship between family members when they are gambling?
Yes, I completely agree. In some cases, gambling can lead to serious financial problems. People may using their savings and also borrow money from family and friends. It can affect not only the individual but also family members. Financial stress can create conflicts within family and relationships.
That's a good point. Gambling will indirectly affect in family problems. Heng Yi, could you explain what is match fixing means?
Match fixing means purposely manipulating a match to change its outcome. It removes the fairness of sports, allowing individuals to gain an unfair advantage.
That sounds very serious. Do Lim got further info to add on about match fixing means?
Yes, match fixing is a serious problem we need to solve it because sport depends on integrity. Fans watch sport because the competition is fair. If match fixing got this problem become common, people may lose trust in the sport and no more having sport in sport community.
That's true. The credibility of sport extremely important. So far, we discussed how gambling can affect individuals, families, and even the integrity of sports. However, another growing issue is cyberbullying against athletes. This issue has become increasingly visible through social media platforms such as Instagram, X, TikTok, and also Facebook. In the next part of discussions, we will try to explore what cyberbullying is, why athletes will become targets, and how gambling may actually contribute to online abuse. Lim, let's start with the basics. What exactly is cyberbullying in sports?
Cyberbullying is for use of digital platforms such as social media, messaging apps, or online forums to hurt elites. Unlike traditional bullying, cyberbullying can happen anytime and anywhere by using internet. Elites may receive negative comments on their social media's account. For example, saying the player didn't perform well today is an option. At the same time, some of the people also sending hateful comments to or death threats to elite, so it becomes cyberbullying in internet.
That's an important distinction. Sport fans naturally have opinion, but that's the limit of the comments. Heng Yi, why do you think cyberbullying has become more common in these recent years?
I think social media is the main reason. In the past, athletes were separate from the fans. Today's fans can directly comment on an athlete's Instagram post, send a message on X, or leave a comment on TikTok videos. This makes athletes and fans can connect more easily now.
Do you think abnormal play also play a big role and lead more people to cyberbullying actions?
Absolutely yes. Many people feel more confident saying hurtful things online because they are behind a screen. Some people use fake accounts to attack athletes and believe they will not get punishment from third parties. As a result, they say things they would never say face to face with athletes.
Lim, do you agree with Heng Yi's points?
I completely agree with Henry.
That's very true.
They forget that their words can have a real impact on another person's life. It also will affect their performance in game while facing many negative comments. This is due to reason many fans only focus on the result in a match. They don't think about the pressure athletes experienced before, during, and after competition. Athletes spend years training and sacrificing to reach the highest level. When they make one mistake, some fans immediately giving back comment to them.
Can you think of any example can relate it?
Yes, one example is when football players miss penalty in important match. After the match, players often receive thousands of negative messages on social media. This phenomena has always occurred among players.
That's a very bad phenomenon, since no athletes will perform perfectly all the time.
Exactly. Even the greatest athletes in history have made mistakes. Football legends like Cristiano Ronaldo will miss penalties. Basketball legends like Michael Jordan also will miss the important shots. So mistakes are a normal part of competition.
Very good point. let's talk about impact. Many people assume that athletes are mentally strong because they compete professionally. However, can cyberbullying still affect athletes themselves?
Absolutely. Being mentally strong doesn't mean someone is immune to emotional pain. Athletes will become stressed, anxiety, depression, and loss of confidence when they constantly receive negative comments.
But can really the online comment will affect the performance, especially when athletes are doing the sporting competitions?
Yes, it will affect their performance. Imagine today you are the player and you're opening your phone and see thousands of negative comments on your social media. It can affect motivation and self-confidence. Some athletes become afraid of making mistakes in the performance because they know they will be attacked in social media and online.
That will create more pressure in athletes themselves. Do you agree with me, Hong Yi?
I agree with you, Bosco. All athletes already face a lot of stress. They are accept to perform well in every game and meet high expectations. Cyberbullying makes the situation even worse because negative comments and online attacks can affect their confidence and mental health. As a result, athletes may feel more stressed and hard to focus on their competition.
But I also got one question. Do athletes ever take breaks from the social media because of these issues?
Yes, most of them take breaks on this issue. Some of the athletes choose not to engage in social medias and stop using social media or hiding it. At the same time, they also hire social media managers to manage their account. There are also a few choose not using or comment it at all.
Means not to read the comment at all. That shows how serious the problem has become. People often think that online comments doesn't matter, but actually they may very feel hard feeling there. Earlier, we discussed about sport gambling and cyberbullying as two separate issues. However, many people believe that these problems are actually connected. Hong Yi, do you think gambling may actually contribute to cyberbullying against athletes themselves?
Yes, I think there is a connection. When people place a bet, they are not only watching the match for fun anymore, they also expect to win money. If their team loses or the players make a mistake, they will lose all their money. Some people cannot control their emotions. Instead of accepting the result, they blame the player. They may leave angry comments or even send abusive messages on social media.
Hong Yi, can you try to give an example for me?
Sure. Imagine someone bets 1,000 ringgit on a football match. The team they are supporting is winning until the final minutes. Their defender make a mistake. The opposing team scores and the gambler loses the bet. Instead of accepting the loss, that person may blame the player and send abusive message on social media.
That sounds very serious. If these situations continue, what could happen in the tournament like the FIFA World Cup 2026 undergo now?
Yeah, I think the problem also very become worse. If we didn't solve these solutions, athletes may face even greater pressure during big tournament. Instead of focusing on the game, they may worry about the negative comments and they will receive after the match.
But how can we do to solve this problem? Lim, let's start with you. Try to give the solution and who has the biggest responsibility to solve these issues.
For me, in my opinion, everyone has a role to play, but I think government and sport auditors must also should be lead. They should create laws to control illegal gambling websites and make sure betting companies follow the rules. If the gambling is supervised, there are maybe fewer players developing gambling programs.
That's a very good point. Besides stripping the laws, do you think gambling advertisement should also be controlled?
Yes, I do. Nowadays, betting advertisements are everywhere. We can see them during football matches, on YouTube, Instagram, and even on the jerseys of some football clubs. Young people are exposed to this advertisement every day. I think betting companies should not advertise so aggressively, especially during sporting events watched by children and teenagers.
Yeah, that sounds very great. So, reducing advertisement may help to prevent more people from getting involved in gambling. Lim, what's your opinion?
Okay, I totally agree with Amy. I also think education is very important because many people know that gambling can cause financial problems, but they don't realize it can also affect athletes through cyberbullying. Schools, universities, and sports organizations can organize awareness campaigns to teach people about responsible gambling and giving respectful to athletes.
That's a very good suggestion. Do you think education can really change the people behavior, especially in social media?
Of course, yes, but it may take some time to change it. When people understand their actions are wrong, they are more likely to think before they post something online. For example, if fans understand that hateful comments can affect an athletes, they may change their mind concept and giving more respectful to athletes also.
Let's talk about the social media companies. Do you think platforms like Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and X should be do more? Hong Yi, please share your view about social media companies.
Definitely, social media companies already have community guidelines, but I think they should enforce them more strictly. For example, they can remove abusive comments more quickly, suspend accounts that repeatedly bully others, and improve their reporting system. They could also use artificial intelligence to detect harmful comments before they are posted. Some platforms already have this feature, but it can be improved. They can also provide stronger privacy settings so athletes have more control over who can comment on their posts.
Thanks, Hong Yi. That's what a very practical solution. Now let's talk about sport organization like FIFA. What role should they play, especially with the FIFA World Cup 2026 are undergo now?
For me, I think FIFA should continue promoting their campaigns online without any changing. This is because before and during the World Cup, they can remind fans to respect players and report the haters are giving the bad comments. They should also work differently and work solely in the social media to help players during the tournament match.
Lim, what about the athletes themselves? Is there anything they can do by athletes themselves?
Yes, I think athletes should also take care of their mental health before during the important match or tournament match. They shouldn't feel like so stressed and they have to read some motivation comment writing from the people who support them. Sometimes taking a break is more useful than receive negative comments on their other people's.
I completely agree to panelists' point of view. Mental health is just as important as physical health. Before we end this segment, I'd like to each of you to share one final recommendation about today's topic. Hong Yi, I would like to start with you first.
My recommendation is to strengthen gambling regulations and reduce betting advertisement. If fewer people become addicted to gambling, there may also be less anger and frustration direct at athletes.
Thank you for your suggestions. How about Lim? What is your suggestions about this topic?
My recommendation is educate fans and create a kinder online community. Every comment we post has an impact, so we should always behave ourselves and be kind and always giving respectful for the athletes who play the match or the important tournaments.
Thank you Hong Yi and Lim for your excellent suggestions. From today's discussions, we can conclude that solving this issue requires everyone to work together. Government can strengthen the regulations, sport organizations can educate and also support athletes. Social media companies can improve online safety, and fans can choose to behave responsibility itself. If every group plays their own part well, we can reduce both irresponsible gambling and also cyberbullying questions, making sporting community in the positive tracks, especially as we look forward to the FIFA World Cup 2026 are undergo now. Thank you both for sharing your ideas today. Before end, let us thank you these two brands who are supported in our podcast. First is what brand?
Milo.
Yes. Another brand is
Outside.
thank you again for our supporting brands.